and today we're going to be trying out a little game called Paper Mario. Of course, I've already played this game, but this is Paper Mario Pro Mode, which is kind of an updated version of Paper Mario. Paper Mario Pro Mode. Actually, shit, sorry, I gotta kind of mute updated my stream preview here. Paper Mario. And yeah, let's get going. So this is a mod for Paper Mario, which just adds difficulty, some extra challenges and stuff. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with Paper Mario, but if not, and this is your first time, then we can have fun with it. I'm just going to delete this test file I made. Alright, let's go for it. So I'm pretty sure the start of this game is the same. So we'll just be watching the intro cutscene here. There's no way to skip it. That old bird guy's our mailman. Spoiler alert, he also will help us later in the game, which is awesome. So you may be asking, why does Mario's house have Mario on it, but Luigi lives there too? That's because their last name is Mario 2. Also, if you look at the back there, there's that chalkboard with Mario level whatever on it. In the N64, it's almost too blurry to read that. But in emulators, it's a lot easier. So basically the gist of this is Peach is having a party. I haven't played this recently enough to notice any minor dialogue changes, but I'm sure I'll notice bigger lines and difficulty changes. So because we're playing in higher resolution here, everything's looking sharper than the N64 version. This is Toad Town. We're going to be coming back here later in the game. Spinning roof there. I thought that was funny. Peach's Castle. We're not going to be seeing a lot of this for reasons which you will see soon. So, interestingly enough, this is almost the exact same layout as in Super Mario 64, which I thought was a really nice touch. For this room, at least. Of course, we're missing the Bowser door here, and the secret slide, and the Purple Mountain door, or whatever. So in this part, you can walk around and talk to people. But I'm just going to skip ahead, because that's not what this mod is about. It is about the enhanced difficulty. You may notice people from all kinds of cultures here. There's Penguin, turban-wearing Toad, Beef Mouse. We'll be exploring all these cultures later in the game. This is just like a preview. Just a little movement explanation. You got jumps. Obviously, it's a Mario game. By pressing Z, you can do a spin. I can't do it on these stairs. Hang on. Like that. And that's just a little bit of a faster way of getting around. Yeah, we're probably doing that a lot. Hey, it's Peach. I always found Peach's sprite in this game pretty funny. Her face doesn't look human. Looks like a toad. So we're gonna go look out on the balcony, have some fun. But then, in a shocking twist, all the trees fall down, and the castle gets lifted away. By the way, if the only Paper Mario games you've played are Sticker Star and Color Splash, and by extension, the Mario Luigi Paper Jam, you may be wondering, where are all the paper jokes? And fair enough. In Japan, this game was actually not called Paper Mario, it was called Mario's Story. And Mario's Story, everyone just happened to be thin and papery, but it was really more of an RPG twist on the game, which is what they explored more than the paper angle. So we got these dramatic scenes where we're living through a prologue and get lifted into space. Actually, they're more in like the upper atmosphere here, of space, than the Super Mario Galaxy. We got Bowser. I love Bowser in this game. He's actually kind of intimidating in this one. He's got kick-ass music too. Listen to that shit in the background. Bowser's lifted Princess Peach's castle away. Says that Peach has to obey him now. So in the back there, that's Kami Koopa. He appears in a bunch of the Paper Mario games. This is actually a first appearance, I believe. We've had Magic Koopas before, and Kamek, but never Kami, which is this purple one. Alright, let's fight it out. Mario, you can do it. So at the start, all we can do is jump. And we can't action command either, so I just hit the button and just let Mario hit Bowser. But we can't block either, which is going to be a problem, because I think we can't block. Maybe I'm just bad. So we actually skipped the intro cutscene, like the one when you beat up the game. But in that, Bowser steals this Star Rod. And that's kind of the crux of the game, because it grants wishes. And he doesn't wish for Peach, he just wishes to be Buffer. Which is classic Bowser there. So he gets this like glowy thing going on, which I thought was a really cool effect. And he starts being all glowy and sparkly. And this means that we can't hit him. When you see that little star pop up without a number, that means we don't take any damage, or they don't take any damage. So Bowser decides it's time to finish Mario off and does this move, which I think is pretty kick-ass. He should have hit Peach too there. So you notice we took 20 there. That's one of the first changes this mod made, apparently. Is buff the damage of a lot of enemies. So for example, Bowser now does 20 with his Fire Breath, I guess, which really makes me worried about his final fight, because I always had trouble with that one as a kid. I think last time I played through this game was like 5 years ago. Something like that. So you can also summon lightning indoors, which I think is pretty impressive. And you just get sent like flying away. But for the lightning, I don't know how that got inside. If he can do that, then surely he can just wish for Peach. This is one of the few moments in the game where being paper actually comes up, because you just kind of flutter down to earth. I guess you can't fall to your death when you're made of paper. Makes sense. And that is the beginning of the game, and we got the Pro Mode thing going on there, which is this mod, Paper Mario Pro Mode. At the start of each chapter we'll have these cut-ins. I can't remember if it always looked exactly like this, maybe it's just my memory playing tricks with me. But there's usually characters that pop up on the screen, it might just be an emulation glitch. So Mario's passed out in the field, and we get these starfish show up. Actually, they're not starfish, they're the star spirits. We would have seen these guys at the beginning of the game. I think Bowser like sealed them away at the start. And now he's stolen them, and we have to get them back. Let me see if I remember all their names. Oh god, okay, so that Star Spirit text is normally not that fuzzy. Is that an emulation bug, or change for the mod? Or just because the resolution is higher? So they decided to revive Mario, despite not actually being there. Which I thought was pretty nice of them. And they all kind of poof away. This last we'll see them for a while, I think. Okay, we got a Goomba. You might be thinking, hey, that's an enemy, right? If you've only played the Mario and Luigi and the later Paper Mario games, these guys are just enemies. But in the early ones, they are also friends, because there's friendly ones. And this one, obviously, is not your typical Goomba. She's wearing a bow, and she's pink. Just trying to wake me up. She calls her family. It's kind of cute that the Goombas have a house, although this is the only one in the entire game. Not this one. Okay, actually I lied, because he shows up right away. This is Eldar, who's the eldest star, and kind of the wisest one. Or Eldstar, oops. And you may think, because he's the oldest and wisest one, we probably get him last, right? But no, you actually get him first. And the one you get last is like this random mustache one named Keldar. And I might be stupid, but I can't figure out what Keldar is a pun on. Yeah, so if you know, then please tell me. So you awaken in this little house. This is a toad house, which kind of act as the inns of the game. You can see kind of a lot of seams here because the emulation is a wee bit buggy, with this being an N64 game. So Mario's a bit unsure about trusting Goombas, but decides to go with it. Just gotta hold back on stomping them. I love the animations on Mario in this game, like that little lean to the side and the question mark. It's just so subtle, but makes him feel a lot more, you know, like, real. And I love that they chose to make Mario sound protagonist to all the Mario RPGs. But he's so expressive and, yeah. So here's the mom Goomba. I never noticed she had lipstick. That's kind of funny. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking to her. I think I need to talk to the Grandpa Goomba. So this is the save block. Oop, yes. I need to make good use of this because this is going to be a lot harder of a mod. Can't remember if we talked about scale or not. Howdy. This guy's got a kick-ass mustache. So we want to go to Shooting Star Summit, which is past this gate, but he has to fix the gate. And yeah, because of the earthquake from Peach's Castle lifting. And we can't go through because it's broken. And we can't jump over this fence, despite Mario quite clearly going higher than it. In Paper Mario games, you can also rustle these bushes. Probably going to be doing that more often than not, because apparently this one is harder. You can't go through this gate either, I think. Yeah. This is good Mario. He's completely unimportant to the plot, but he's our biggest fan. Yeah, completely unimportant. The Goomba Grandma. So you can buy mushrooms for 20 coins, but I don't have any money. I forgot you could do that, actually. So I love all the Goombas that have their different sprites, and they actually look like, you know, older or younger or whatever. And this is Goomba, I think. He's the grandfather, and we have to talk to him to progress the plot. So this is a veranda, despite it quite clearly being a balcony. Although maybe a veranda is a balcony. Actually, wait, do I not talk to him yet? What am I missing? What am I missing? Do I have to talk to Bet? Oh no, I just have to exit. Oh, do I skip the tutorial in this mod? Oh wait, no, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Because we try to go, and then this chick shows up. She's got those little purple rings shooting out of her broom. I never realized that was a broom as a kid, because it's got like a flower on the end. I always thought it was a flower. I was like, hey, that's cool. I've never seen a witch ride a flower before, but I guess it's a broom. I don't know. So Kami Koopa is like, sure, she's beautiful. And, you know, I'm sure she's beautiful on the inside, but on the outside, not so much. So she summons this cube and breaks the gate. The Goompa, or what's the Goompapa is the dad. Spent so long fixing it, now it's a yellow cube, which also we cannot just jump around. So if this was another Paper Mario game, you could slide through paper style and just easily get past. But for now, we have to go somewhere else. So Goomba has a hammer that he was using to fix the veranda. So the hammer is able to crush things really easily, like smashes into pieces immediately. Saving it. And he was using it to fix his porch, which you would think would just break the porch because it's Mario's hammer in the future. And it's really powerful, but I guess... Oh, wait, what? Is this an emulation bug? No, it's... the porch is just gone. You just fall. There it is. This isn't part of the mod, by the way. This is all pretty vanilla so far. And hey, another paper reference. but it's not shoved right in your face like the other Paper Mario games. So this old man, this like 80-year-old, fell like 100 feet onto pretty much stone and is just fine except for his back. I guess Goombas are really tough if they don't get squished. So you have to find the hammer. Which I know where it is, it's down here. The hammer has got to be close by. So we can search bushes for the hammer. I can't remember which bushes it is, so we're just going to search all of them. Oh, there it is! You can smash yellow blocks with the hammer. I can't smash gray blocks or red blocks, that's for later. Just like that. You can also smash these brick blocks, which I thought was a nice reference to Super Mario Bros. 3. There's also a couple hidden things here. You can hammer trees, by the way. It'll drop stuff like that. And this will drop a Princess Peach. No, doll. Oh, that's a side quest. I can't remember what you get from it. So I guess that'll be a surprise. I'm gonna save here because this is the first battle of the game. And it is a tutorial, so I'm not sure it'll actually be made harder. But we shall see. So you get sent flying by this guy. I actually know this guy. His name is Junior Troopa. And he's a young Koopa, but he's also like the strongest of all of them for some reason. Alright, so we can attack with jump or hammer. We still can't action command, so it's just a matter of selecting someone and pressing A. Okay, so he does 2 damage now, which he didn't used to do, I think. So I don't think we can actually die in this battle, because we're very limited in what we can do. So he buffs himself up. This is kind of a thing he does a lot in this game. Somehow he can use like magic to power himself up. And now I'm like about to die, so I'm kind of worried we're actually gonna die. Oh, apparently not. We almost died. It's close. Those stars that popped out of him, as Koopa is explaining right now, are experience. And unlike in an RPG, you just need 100 experience to level up every time. But the amount of experience you gain from enemies goes down as you level up, so it's pretty much a normal RPG system. I should probably save. I can't remember if there's enemies in this area or not. I'm being extra cautious because I don't want to have to repeat stuff on stream. So we hammer that, get a coin. Now we can hammer this. This is our first item, which is a mushroom. Those are going to be extremely useful in this run. We can use them from the quick menu like that. How do I get out? Oh, there we go. This thing heals you. It's going to be a very good friend of ours throughout this run. This is a gray block, which you may notice we cannot break. It's too strong. I need a better hammer. I won't get one for a while. Quite a while, actually. This red flower, as you may recognize, is a fire flower, which is a monstrously useful item at this stage of the game, but of course it's one use. So bad Goombas, apparently there are good and bad Goombas. Bad Goombas are the ones loyal to Bowser, which are these guys. So you can jump on these guys in the overworld to get a first strike and do some extra damage. It doesn't actually look like they've changed the pattern. And they also still only have 2 health. So I guess they didn't change this early game much in this mod. So that is a Spike Goomba. If we jump on him, we're gonna get messed up. And I totally missed that first strike, but that's okay. This means we're gonna get hit once. 4! Okay, so these guys do double damage compared to what they used to. That actually hurt a lot. So it looks like I can expect double damage to be a thing for the rest of this run. Oh, by the way, when you kill an enemy, they kind of explode into a bunch of stuff. Oh, I thought the hard block was here. Like, you see that guy drop some coins in a mushroom. That makes grinding a little bit easier, because they drop supplies. This is obviously a wind Goomba. Hit them once, they turn to a non-wind Goomba. They can't be hammered, but we don't really need to hammer at this stage of the game. Although we are gonna almost die in this battle. Because we cannot guard anything, so we just get knocked straight to 2 HP. So we don't actually gain the ability to guard until the end of the prologue. So there's very little, like, timing-based skill in battles. Okay, I do want to go up there, which means I'll have to use one of these mushrooms to heal. And I hope this heals me enough. I think enemies respawn if you leave the map. Okay, this is good. So this guy, because we got the first strike, we can kill him before he makes a move. One thing I like about this game is the damage numbers are really low. It's just something I've always liked to see. Maybe I'm biased because this is one of my first RPGs. But, yeah, it just seems, you know, cooler. This is a star piece, which are kind of like collectibles that you can get through the game. And then you can trade them in for stuff later. So we're going to be obviously collecting as many of those as we can. I don't remember where they all are. So it's going to be a bit of an adventure. So you may notice we left Goomba way behind. He'll catch up. And now we're back, so I kind of wasted that mushroom. That's alright though. So his grandkids are like crying because he's back. And they thought he was dead because he fell like 100 feet off the balcony. He's a tough cookie. So he has something for me. A present, or maybe a story. So I found Goombario's dolly. I could choose not to give it to her, but, you know, I don't want to make her cry. So she gets a present for me. It's a star piece. So that's what you get for the star piece. And we get a kiss. Lovely. There's kind of a recurring theme in this game of receiving kisses from female enemies when you... not female enemies, just, you know, female NPCs when you help them. I guess Mario's just such a charmer. So here's Goomba. He used to be like an adventure fighter apparently. Which I guess is something that exists. So that's a badge. So badges basically confer abilities. This one confers a battle ability, which is power jump. So Goomba really wants to tell us about badges, but we'll just tell him no. So badges, you can only equip so many at a time, but they give you battle abilities. Power jump is a pretty useful one. It's a good first badge to have. It's kind of like your special. So Goombario, I lied, he actually is important because he joins our party as our first partner. One thing that this game did for the first time was let Mario team up with enemies. So like Goombas, Koopas, Lakidus, all that kind of stuff. And this is one of the big reasons why this is one of my favorite Mario games. So we got Goombario. He is an extremely useful partner. His ability, I don't remember how to use it. Yeah, so we press down on the C-stick and Goombario will talk about the area. So he'll just give us a little blurb about where we are. This helps a lot if you're, you know, stuck in a dungeon. And also, he has a couple abilities in battle, one of which is very useful, which is Tattle, which will give you information about an enemy. It'll let you see that enemy's health forever, even if you fight duplicates of it. Tell you its stats, which is going to be very helpful because all their stats have changed in this run. And just a whole bunch of other abilities that are just good. Overall, we're probably going to be seeing the most of him out of anyone. Oh yeah, that's right. So you actually get reminded to put on the badge. Good thing I did, because I would have forgotten. So I go in the pause menu. I really like the pause menu in this game. Or did it just crash? Nope, it was just really slow. Okay, I guess that's something we're gonna have to deal with. So we throw on the power jump badge. You see we have only a certain amount of BP there on the left. So, yeah. Anyway, what I was gonna say is I like the pause menu in this because it provides a whole load of info, but at the same time it's cluttered. Yeah, good stuff. I'm gonna save again, so if I die I don't have to put on the badge again. Saving is really quick as well, which I like. Alright, so we get a warning sign, beware of Goombas, and then he ambushes us by jumping off a sign warning us about Goombas. Which I think is a pretty funny scheme. So I can get Goombario to attack first by pressing Z, which is this button. Yeah, so his abilities are Headbonk and Tattle. I'm going to be tattling stuff just for completion's sake. I'll just give us some info about it. I'm using the... He says the Goombas are the worst enemy in the game, and then notices that he's a Goomba. Now you see we can see its health, which is on that little convenient bar down there. Of course, Goomba health is just 2. So it's not too hard to memorize. I think I messed up that first strike. Oh well, so we'll take a hit here. The Goombario has a Headbonk, which works exactly like Mario's jump. By the way, you may be thinking you'll get a pretty big party playing this game, but you can actually only have 2 members out at a time, Mario and 1 assistant. But the battles are always pretty streamlined, which is another thing I really like about this. Not too complicated, not too much stuff going on. I'm not a clever person, so I like things to be simple. So we could use a power jump here to knock out that second Goomba and not end up taking a hit, which I think I will do. Save on health a bit. And we might get a flower point drop from the enemy. So again, we don't have action commands, this just says to set 3 damage. Which is good for knocking out enemies. Oh, and we didn't get a flower, that's okay. Nothing special there. Maybe asking, why are you fighting all the enemies? And that is mostly for the sake of leveling up. Because apparently this mod, it is hard. And I'm worried there's going to be some big twist on the boss of this area. That'd be another 2, so we can take 3 more hits. Or if there's a spike Goomba, we can only take 1 more hit from that guy before we're in death range. I'm already kind of worried. So none of these guys are dropping health, which is making me sweat a bit. There's a spike Goomba. Gotta be careful first strike this guy. Yeah, so we're gonna want him dead, like, as soon as possible. Because, oh shit, I forgot I was gonna tattle him. Oh, sorry, we'll do that next time. Those guys also just have 2 health, but apparently they do double damage of the normal Goomba. By the way, so when you're almost dead, which is below 5 HP, no matter what your HP is, you're in danger, which is that state where Mario's panting and exhausted. And if you're at 1 HP, then you're in peril, which is like a... Actually, no, wait to use this. You're in peril, which is like an extremely close to dead state. Yeah, so, for example, with this, when you're in danger, enemies sometimes fail to attack, which means they miss you. Oh. So we gotta wait a while for the menu again, because apparently that's a thing. So close call there, so we'll throw that on, because that'll probably save our life a lot. Eat a mushroom to regain your energy. And we get a mushroom. Yay. I'm gonna eat one, because we are half dead. Yeah, as I was saying, so when you're in danger, there's a lot of effects, badges that proc in that state. And some of the best ones in the game are actually ones that proc in that state. So I'm going to take a couple hits here because I want to tattle these goons. Anyways, sorry. So some of the best badges proc in that state. So there's actually runs of this game called Danger Mario runs, which are something similar to it is used in speedruns, but it's often like a joke build where you don't increase your HP at all, so that you're always almost in danger. And then you can activate all these cool danger effects. Like for example here, I've been knocked exactly into danger, and as a result I can, you know, do a lot of stuff. I'm gonna power jump this guy because I don't want to take any more damage. Oh, chill, we'll take more damage. Idiot. I'm an idiot! Oh, and by the way, in this game, partners can't take damage. Or at least they can't block a hit. They can take damage from some weird attacks, but they don't actually have a health bar, you might notice. They just get knocked out for a certain amount of rounds when they take damage. Okay, nice. So we're still in danger, which means our close call badge will activate. Oh, okay, there's a health block, doesn't matter. Whatever. So that will heal our FP as well, which is our, like, badge points. Oh, so here's red and blue Goomba. So these are like a mini-boss. I'm not going to tattle these guys, because we're only fighting them the once, and I'm worried I might die. In the sequel to this game, Thousand Year Door, there is a tattle log, which kind of chronicles all the tattles that you've done. This is gonna hurt, I think. Two, actually not too bad. So these guys are basically just Goombas with a lot more health. Will I kill him this round? I mean, worst case, I go into danger. Let's see. Are you dead? Are you dead? Yes. So we took care of one of them. We killed his brother, or not really. And now he's mad. You notice close call hasn't worked once yet? That's just how it goes sometimes. It's actually a really low chance, I can't remember the exact percentage. But it feels something like 10%. Okay, so now we're actually in killable range. So I'm gonna heal. I like the little thumbs up he does after healing. We take another hit, we're back into danger, which is exactly where we want to be, right? Okay, so I would have actually died if I hadn't healed there. Good to know. Oh, I was one away. I would have been one away from killing him. So we now have 83 out of 100 star points, which means we're getting pretty close to leveling up. We could grind a level if we wanted to. It almost might be a good idea. Actually, not gonna hit that save block. I'm gonna go back and heal before I do, just to save doing that if I do die. These things are freeze, by the way. You have to wait for them to grow back, but it's like instant, so whatever. Just a little effect. Miss. Okay, so now we're full health, full flower points, almost leveled up. We're looking pretty good. That's another mushroom sign, right? No, it's actually a Goomba backwards. Go figure, right? So with a power jump, we could kill both of these guys, but I'm not going to. Because I want to get back into danger and hope we can dodge an attack eventually, which will happen someday. Alright, we got some health. Let's move on. Goomba King's Fortress. So, in case you don't realize, Goomba King is the boss of this zone. He has this amazing fortress with one room and a bunch of windows up a tower that's empty. Yeah, just really impressive Goomba engineering right there. I don't know how they built it without arms. I guess that's the impressive part. So, Goombario comments that there used to be a bridge behind this building. And I guess they took the bridge apart and used it to build this fortress. Which honestly is also really impressive. Alright, so this is the Goomba King. He has kind of eyes that are always not looking in the same direction. And his crown just pops up and down on top of his head. Because of how mad he is. Mario says he's really huge. And he attacks. So he's backed up by these allies of his. So So Goombario says we better take out the Goomba Bros first. So what you can actually do is you can hit this Goom Nut tree. And I think this will take them both out, but I'm not 100%. Yeah, so you can hit the foot of this tree. I'll drop that big nut. And it doesn't actually kill them. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. So we're probably gonna take a bunch of damage here. 4, oh god. Okay, so we dodged that, thankfully. Okay, so now we're in killable range. We're actually probably gonna die here. What I could have done there instead is use the Fire Flower with Mario. And the... Okay, so Red Goomba is apparently now immune to Fire Flower. Which is quite interesting. So we die here unless we dodge it with a lucky. Oh! Oh! Okay, this is happening. We're gonna beat Goomba King. I think. I don't want to waste a turn tattling him, but at the same time this means we're not gonna know how much health he has. So just kinda hit him repeatedly with power jumps. Oh, he's dead. Okay, so we beat Goomba King. Well done, everyone. I was actually pretty worried there because we almost died. So when you level up, what you can do is you can upgrade one of 3 stats. HP is your health, Flower Points is the kind of special move fuel, and BP is the amount of badges you can equip. So usually when I play this alone, I like to do BP just because it's fun. But since this is a harder mod, I'm gonna up my HP a bit first. So Goombario, like, congratulates us on winning, which is nice. And now he's shut up in his fortress. It's like, what do we do? Oh, it's this. So this is a button. There's a lot of buttons in this game, and they'll look kind of like this. You just hit it, and then that makes him jump up, and that's what the button does. That's all. That's all. Oh, but then they had a button that would cause terrible things to happen in their castle, hidden in a bush outside of the castle, and it wasn't even hooked up to anything. It was just kind of sitting there. And the windows were literally just pasted on. Yeah, Goombas are good at their jobs, I guess. And I don't know how he got up there, considering that's just a solid pillar. Just overall, Goomba King is capable of transcending dimensions. So he goes flying off over into that little mountain over there. When I was little, I always thought that meant we'd see him again. But you don't see him again in this game. However, I do think in this mod you can refight him with harder difficulty. So maybe we'll be seeing that later on. Although apparently you don't get to do that till end game, so you'll have to stick around. So this is... I can't remember what you do here. Okay, so if you hit that, this pops up, and we get a Super Shroom, which is a mushroom that heals 10 HP. That's actually going to help a lot. Probably save our life. At some point. I'm going to have this tree as well. Can I? Yeah. 1 coin worth. Oh, whoops. Okay, this is not working. Yeah, so you can make a thing pop down like that by pressing up on the C stick. Actually, a C button because it's an N64, but because I'm using a C stick, it often selects the wrong thing. So we save here because we're pretty much done the first chapter. I'm going to sit through the ending scene as well before I end this first stream. I like the swinging balls there. I like to think that he just fights off aliens with them in this spaceship. So Bowser is actually in Peach's castle, so you get this like super evil scene in like this noble, kind of well-decorated room, unlike the usual lava fortress that Bowser usually has. So basically this is just exposition saying that the next Star Spirit is kept at a place called Koopa Bros Fortress. And these are the Koopa Bros. They're pretty sick. They're kind of a combination of the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles, which is a pretty inspired idea. These guys were my favorites as a kid. I wanted to be as cool as them. So they're showing off their special attack to King Bowser here. They just glow, and then Bowser's really impressed. Wonder what it is. So he says Mario won't have a chance if you finish it with that attack. Honestly, I think that will probably kill me at least once on this run, because they are a hard boss, at least they were for me as a kid. And they're just going to be harder here. So let's hippity hop on down here. Get this. This is a sleepy sheep. I don't... This sprite, is that a sheep? Or is that a person sleeping? I've never understood that sprite. So if you look up here, there's conspicuously a spring up there. So there's two types of springs, red and blue. Blue ones you can move in the air, red ones, they just send you to the same place every time. I don't know why there's a difference there. We got a new badge, which is hammer throw. So I'm gonna try to equip this. The menu will take a long time to open because this is an emulator. I think that I have enough space for this. No, I don't. So I need 2 BP for that. I'm not gonna remove close call. Hammer throw is an interesting one because usually there's 2 types of ways you can attack an enemy: jump and hammer. Hammer is used for spiky enemies, jumping is used for flying enemies. But if you find a flying spiking enemy, like a flying enemy with a spike, of which there is exactly one in the entire game, then the only way you can attack them normally is with hammer throw, which is that one. Anyway, so now we're in Toad Town, which is like the kind of hub area of the game. I'm just gonna remind myself of the areas. So here's just a talking to people area. That star piece we cannot get until much later. Seen a bit of lag here, but that's the N64 for you. I think this is Rusty's house. So Rusty's like the scholar guy. We'll have to talk to him later. But for now, it's just a matter of progressing through. Is there anything here? Item shop. We should probably make a stop there. Yeah. If this mod is indeed harder, then we probably should. So fright jars are amazing. They scare all the enemies away. However, I'm actually not going to get one. I'm going to get another fire flower. Because you don't get experience if you scare enemies away. I'm also going to get a honey syrup, which heals our FP. I should probably get a pet block as well. And let's get a couple more mushrooms because I think I'm almost out. So item shops have this thing, I think, where you can kind of store items in them, which is kind of strange. Oh, there's no items really worth holding on to, not as part of your inventory, outside of like the very, very end game. So these weirdos are part of the dojo, which is an optional fighting arena you can do to get optional kind of credits. Star piece there. This is the Toad Town bulletin board. That's something Paper Mario games always do, is they have something else on the back. So there's graffiti on the back, which talks about something else. That was kind of funny. So we got the badge shop. I probably shouldn't have spent all my money. Or maybe they're not open yet. Those guys sell badges. This is a garden. This thing is definitely not going to have a door at some point. It's not that shape at all. And holy cow, we got some evil toads over here. Their colors look kind of familiar. But yeah, they're bad toads. Post office is here, so we'll come back there later in the game. There's a side quest you can do with it. I can't remember if we talk to the Merlin guy right now or not. Let's try it. Oh, no, he's away. So what you're supposed to do at this point is you're supposed to go to Shooting Star Center, which is through this. I didn't realize that was a door when I first played, despite them showing it in the opening cutscene. This is where Peach's Castle used to be. And as you can see, there's just like a gaping ruin there. Pretty rough stuff. Anyways, I didn't know there was a door there, so I got stuck in that part for quite a while. I was not the smartest cookie in the jar. This area is really cool. It's got some nice music and a nice kind of star falling effect. There's two areas you can go here. go up the top or down below. I'm gonna stop down here just because there's some you can do. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. Just a little picnic bench. That's like way too big for anyone. Like Mario wouldn't even be able to see over that if he sat in it. Anyways, this is Myrtle Lovely's house. So there's two things going on. Actually, three things. This chest becomes relevant much later in the game. She can enchant you. Oh no, wait, no. So this one, she will tell you locations of stuff you missed, like hidden badges and star pieces, for a price. Probably not going to be taking advantage of that this run, just because I'm not on a completionist run here. This guy is Merlot, yeah. And he is the star piece trader, so you can trade star pieces with this guy. There's a few you can get here. So payoff will give you more coins the more damage you take. Chill out means you can't be hit by first strike, but we're too good at dodging here. And attack FXA will give you a new sound effect when you attack. So I'm actually going to get both attack FXA and I think payout is just one slot, or maybe it's two. But because we'll be taking so much damage, okay, so you need two for this one. Means we'll have to take off close call, but I think it's worth it. Just to avoid grinding for money. I'm also going to get this one just because it's a funny one. And we don't have any more stuff we can buy. You can only buy one of each, by the way. So I'm going to equip those. Excuse my long pause menu here. Alright, so badges, remove close call, payoff, and attack FXA. So now when we attack, that'll make that cool star kind of shimmery sound. And yeah, that'll play every time we attack an enemy. And that's just one of the funny things you can do in this game. In the second game, one of those badges is actually plot important. I'm not going to spoil it for you if you haven't played it, but just something they kind of do to play around. So here we are at the upper area. Stars falling down, you see one stuck in the ground there. You may be thinking, isn't that worth like 5-star pieces? But it isn't. Wait, what? Okay, so I think this is one of the new areas they added to the mod. This wasn't in the original, so I'm just going to look around in here. Hopefully I don't get messed up by an enemy. Oh, there's a nice little bridge here. Pretty neat stuff. And there's some kind of big old hall. I'm worried there's like a bonus dungeon. Anyways, this is actually making the game lag quite a bit. Presumably because it was modded in. Oh god, my emulator. I don't know what this is. I like what they're doing with the camera though. Oh, fuck. You can save here, might as well. I'm assuming this won't mess up my file and trap me here because of how laggy it is. Oh god. So that's just more of that stuff. But the reason why this is so glitchy, I assume, is because this game wasn't really optimized for... Or sorry, this... So I'm using a kind of overall N64 patch. I assume this modded in stuff wasn't related to that. Okay, so I guess there's nothing we can do here. Let's ask Mario what's going on here, actually. Oops, that's not Mario. I've heard of this place. It's the Star Temple. People used to come here and call upon and honor the Star Spirits. Oh, okay, so this is actually, I think, supposed to be the area from the... Oh, wait, no, it isn't. Never mind. I was going to say it's the area from the start of the game. But it's not because we actually do visit earlier in the game, I forgot. So I'm assuming there is some later objective that you can do here. For now, we're just visiting. It'd be nice if there was like an NPC you could talk to. I guess not. So we'll talk to him here as well because he's also in the area. Oh, it's not on any maps, and yet you knew... Wait, so this area isn't on any maps, but you knew what this building was, good Mario? I'm not sure you're really telling the truth to me here. Oh, another star piece. I don't know. So I guess they added some new star pieces into this, or maybe boots old ones. Yes, there's a badge there. I actually don't know how we're supposed to get that. Because as far as I remember, there's no high jumps in this game at all. Yes, this mod also added some new badges, which I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh, you know what we probably have to do? We probably have to serve up that waterfall with the fish. So we get a fish on our team later. Who will help us swim? What do we go up here? Oh yeah, that's how you do it. So you have to come back here a couple chapters later. So, yeah, remind me to do that. But for now, just a matter of progressing up here. Has this boulder always been here? I feel like this boulder is new as well. I don't think that was there in the original. So yeah, some new stuff added to old areas. I like it. Actually, I think there's something all the way down here. Yeah, so there's another star piece here, so I think we got something else from Merlo now. Oh wait, no. It was just chill out for 2. So you don't actually really want chill out. It's not very good. It's not worth it for you. Oh, nothing here. Yeah, sorry about that. I just like to look everywhere. This area is really cool. I really like this place. Oh, there's somebody up there. It's that guy from way before. With the really shimmery text. Alright, so basically they're just telling us here that, what actually happened. And how they can beat him by gathering all the star spirits. That becomes our quest. I like this guy, he just like got glasses. And this guy's just got a hat, despite being a star. I think this one's supposed to be like a gymnast. I never really knew what that ribbon was for. This one's got a book, he's like a scholar. I don't know what the book is about. This guy, his thing is he has a mustache. And he's the last one we get, just the one who has a mustache. And also that guy has a better mustache, so I don't really know what the other guy's niche is in this group. I guess like middle-aged mustache versus old mustache. So then we get to this next save and continue thing, because now we get to see what Peach has been up to. This music is the Peach music. Whenever you hear this, get ready for some Peach shenanigans. He's all sad, she's been trapped in a room by Bowser. It's nice that she gets to keep her actually like cool room. And Bowser actually fits perfectly through these doors, which is impressive honestly considering he's twice the size of Princess Peach. He just waves his Star Rod around, showing off to everybody. Wants Peach to fall in love with him. Besides if Peach wants any wishes fulfilled, Bowser can do it whenever he likes it. So we get someone knocking on the door. It is this little guy right here. So this is one of my favorite characters. I like the music he has, and he's kind of a fun character. His name's Twink. He's a baby star kid, and he's just really cute and positive. I like him. So basically, Twink is saying that he has to grant someone's wish. So Peach was wishing for help, so he came. However, he's really, really weak, so he can't defeat Bowser or save everyone from the castle. He's actually a new star who grants wishes. So basically, he's just gonna help out Peach with random things. First thing is a delivery to Mario, a little star brooch. Twink kind of winks, lucky star. So it's called a lucky star. However, what it does is like the exact opposite of luck, which is adds skill to battles. And you'll see what I mean soon. So we kind of leave Peach. She's really lonely. Wants Mario to come save her. So we get a little scene like this after each chapter, but the other ones are more interesting. This one was just kind of the first one after the prologue. One thing I like is that it takes you like part way down, and playing Mario is like walking down its own. But it doesn't take you all the way down. In fact, it takes you the exact place where you can stop by Merlo before you return back to Toad Town. Just like really thoughtful. So Twink arrives like immediately because he's super fast, like speed of light because he's a star, I guess. And there's the lucky star. I don't know where he had that, seeing as it's bigger than him. So what this does is lets you action command. Oh, wait, oops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, I guess we'll see the tutorial. So the action command is kind of a time button press thing. If you played Mother 3, it's kind of similar, but it's not in a rhythm. You see it says press A right before landing. If we do that correctly, if we do that, then we'll do 2 damage instead of 1. By the way, you heard the attack effects there. Just adds a nice little sound to battles. Now we can now press A to guard, which is going to be really, really nice. We now hammer our good buddy Mario. So to do the action command for hammer, you hold left until the big star lights up, and then you let go, and then it does 2 at once. And yeah, that's action commands for the tutorial, because you know I'm new to this game. And a Magic Koopa shows this isn't Kamek, this is just a random blue Magic Koopa, even though it looks just like Kamek. And he decides to fight us. So these guys are actually pretty tough, but this one's kind of like a gift version. I'm gonna power jump him because we get healed. So we knock him off his broom with the first attack. I'm gonna tattle because I think we meet some more of these guys later. Yeah, these guys are actually really tough. 6. So yeah, that's pretty beefy attack. And he has 12 HP. Oh boy. Alright, this might be tougher than I thought. I totally forgot we could. Yeah, there we go. And I'm failing my blocks. Okay, so I need to heal. I'm actually going to use the Super Shroom here because we can't kill this guy in 1 round. Wow, I didn't think I'd be using it this quickly for a fight that's basically a throwaway in the normal game. We can kill him with 1 more attack here. Oh, I don't have a power jump, never mind. Oh wait, no, yeah, 1 more round because we do Mario as well. Just need to hit this. Nice. So we've defeated the Magic Koopa. And again, we actually came really close to dying and had to heal. So that fills me with great worry about the rest of this run because some of these bosses get to be a right pain in the ass. Oh, and Twink comes back to say she's a message, not to worry about Peach, despite her being lonely. So now we're just more fired up about saving her. Of course. Alright, so making our way back to town now. Past the remains of Peach's castle. Soon we'll be able to come to Peach's next party here. Well, not soon. At the end of the game. By the way, there's like a yellow patch on the ground there. That is a warp point for later. So Merlon wants us to visit his house. So Merlon is the kind of village elder type. I'm gonna heal first. So all the rest of the Toad houses cost money. Oh wait. Do they not? I thought they did. Maybe they're free. I might be misremembering this game. So you get to heal up. So there's actually a difference between Toad houses and heart blocks, which only comes up after you finish the first chapter. And I guess I'll explain that later. So Merlon wanted us to visit us, but he's out, I guess. So maybe we can buy badges now? Nope. What are we supposed to be doing? Do we want to go past these guys now? These guys don't want us to go to Koopa Bros Fortress until it tells us not to ask Merlon for help. Oops. So I guess now he's no longer out. I hope. Oh right, yeah, so you just need to really talk to him. There's a glitch on the wall there. That's just an emulator bug. You can kind of see into his house. So Merlon, I've always thought he was a ninja because of how he just hides his face, but I think it's just his own thing. He has a mustache. I don't know how his face works. His eyes move, but his mustache doesn't. So I guess his mustache is actually attached to his robe. I guess it's just an accessory, because he can grow one. And you notice the orb he has is totally glitched up. That's because of the emulator I'm using, I guess. So Merlon also predicts our path, basically to the next plot point. And then, so here you have to go around and talk to him, not over the orb, to get him to get rid of the toads. And that took me forever to figure out. Oh, this is Rose glitch. Anyways, yeah, that took me forever to figure out as a kid. And I know a lot of people get stuck there because they just don't realize that talking to Merlon isn't enough. You have to do it from behind this counter. So the toads, who are totally just normal toads, are blocking our path. And Merlon is going to deal with them with a magic spell, striking the literal lightning, change it back to the Koopa Bros. So I guess the Koopa Bros have like magic transformation powers which let them disguise, but thankfully Merlon knows to strike people with lightning and then do disguises. Okay, so Merlon's telling us to get the Koopa Bros Fortress, we'll need help from a blue-shelled Koopa, who we'll be seeing next time. So this will be the point where I cut off the first episode of this when I post it on YouTube eventually, but for now, we're just going to keep going on the stream. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can check out the next video at this point.